Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, we're reviewing a Lamborghini Huracan EVO. Before we get into this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Harley-Davidson store here in Linden, Utah. Yes, someone traded in their Lamborghini for a motorcycle. So I'm going to include a link to their website in the description down below so you can check out this Huracan that they currently have for sale and the rest of their inventory if you're interested in a motorcycle. Now, I do want to mention that I am starting to get more into these types of reviews with supercars and all that kind of stuff. So if you happen to live in Utah and you have a supercar, whether it's a newer one like this or something that is slightly older and you want me to review it, definitely reach out to me. And with that being said, let's get into the video. So we're going to start this video off with the key fob. You guys can see we've got our unlock function or lock function, the opening for the front, and then the Lamborghini logo on the back, and it has like a nice weighted feel to it. But anyways, I guess we'll start with the front. Now, usually the little pull tab to open up frunks or hoods is like off to the side. This is right in the center for the Huracan, which is kind of interesting. And yes, it does have struts. Now you guys can see it does have a frunk. It's definitely not the most spacious on the planet. It's honestly pretty small, but it's better than nothing. And they actually have a 12 volt. That's pretty cool. Now, before we go over the front end of the Huracan, I do want to mention, if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So this particular Huracan has this cool kind of like two-tone theme. So you've got the blacked out hood and then you have the blacked out roof. And notice like the pillars and everything are also all blacked out. It kind of makes the car look lower to the ground, which it's already super low to the ground. Anyways, the paint. Lamborghini paint's crazy. Tons of metallic flake. I don't know if it's popping up to camera very well, but basically you've got like this orange coat and then it's like gold with the metallic flake. It's really cool. And then of course you've got the Huracan signature lights. They look so cool in person. And they've actually done a good job with integrating stuff like the parking sensors here. And then the front splitter super low to the ground, all blacked out. I mean, I think one review said that these cars scrape on shadows, and I can definitely see that with how low this car is. But putting it all together, it looks so aggressive, it looks so low, and I mean, you can't go wrong with Lamborghini styling. So coming on the side here, tire wheel setup is 245, 30, 20 in the front, and then 305, 30, 20 in the rear. Now, if you take a look at the wheel itself, you guys can see that it is all blacked out. Of course, Lamborghini logo there in the center. I really like the spoke design. It has this very open feel. And then notice the brake caliper matches the rest of the car. And look at the rotor. That is really cool to see in person. I love how the fender pops out quite prominently with the car. And then of course you got the mirrors, which are shaped for aerodynamic efficiency. And obviously, you know, that wedge shape, that's just a Lamborghini thing. Got the pop-out door handles that are flush with the bodywork when you're not using them, obviously. And then this is interesting. You got the little hexagon there is what you press to open up the gas cap, which I think is pretty cool. And then this right here also just looks really cool. And then also down below. And then we have our Huracan EVO badge, all-wheel drive as well. And then here is your full side view, and you can really see how low the car is to the ground. And hopefully you guys saw with the thumbnail, like even like crouching down, I still like look gigantic next to the car because of like how low this car is to the ground. And now we get to the most exciting part of the Huracan, and that is the engine. This is powered by a naturally aspirated 5.2 liter V10 that goes through a 7-speed dual clutch automatic transmission. Power outputs with this are a whopping 640 horsepower and then 443 pound-feet of torque. And first off, just how this is displayed in the engine bay looks so cool. Obviously it says Lamborghini there on the top. And then we have our little V10 plaque here, which shows the firing order with the engine. Just such a cool setup. And then of course with the glass closed, you guys can still see the engine. And then obviously we've got all of our openings here. I don't know, just such a cool appearance. And I guess the firing order always shows, so it's got to flex on people that you got a V10. Now here are the taillights with the Huracan. Sorry if the camera doesn't focus on it too well. It's pretty hard with this car because of how bright the orange paint is, but I've always been a huge fan of the Huracan taillights here. And then with this EVO, you actually have the exhaust tips mounted in the center. With the first iteration of the Huracan, they were just down here in the bumper area. I do think this actually looks really cool in person. In photos and everything, I was not a fan, but seeing this in person now, I really like it. And then the diffuser down here, obviously absolutely insane, and it's body painted, which is interesting. But putting it all together, this is the first time, yes, believe it or not, this is the first time that I have had a chance to like be up and close with a Huracan, and actually being able to see it like up close and being able to touch a lot of things on the car. I'm actually really impressed with the build quality, which is super surprising because I reviewed a Urus I think like 6 months to a year ago roughly, and I was super disappointed with the build quality. Like, it felt really cheap, whereas this, it feels like a really well-built car. So it's interesting that two cars from the same company have completely different levels of build quality. Now, popping inside, first off, frameless windows, which, I mean, it's a two-door car, so you gotta expect that. But the fit and finish and the material use here with the Huracan, really cool, but it does definitely give me Audi vibes, that is for sure. I do like the look of the handle, I think that's pretty cool. And then you got stuff like your mirror adjustment here, your door lock and unlock, and then you guys can see down below right there. And then some extra storage, and it's cool, it says Huracan right there. And then again, look at the mirrors. They have such a crazy appearance. Now, I didn't realize how heavy the Huracan is. You guys can see the payload capacity, 551, gross vehicle weight rating, 4,409 pounds. So that means this car weighs like 3,900 pounds, roughly. Okay, actually a little bit less, but still, that's heavier than I expected. Now, I've got Lamborghini here in the headrest, of course, with the orange, and then you guys can see all the stitching and everything down below. And then we do have our power adjustments here on the side of the seat, and then Huracan. And I do love the pedals. That's definitely a nice look right there. And then we've got a bunch of controls right here basically for the lights. It's cool with the switches. Like, they have like a really cool feel to them, and so it kind of adds to the theater of this car in my opinion. So here's the steering wheel in the Huracan, completely wrapped in Alcantara, and I love the overall feel of it. It's cool how you just have this like blacked up piece here at the bottom. And then of course we have our drive mode select here at the bottom, where you can switch between Strada, Sport, and Corsa. I think if you're watching this video, you probably know all about the drive mode. You got your like basically daily driver mode, you've got your fun driving mode, and then you have essentially your track mode. And then this thing I've not noticed before is these controls here on either side of the steering wheel. Like, it's got some practical stuff here, and of course you got the turn signal indicator on the steering wheel, which yeah is very interesting. So you click to the side to turn it on, but then you push it in to cancel. That's unique. And then you guys can see giant paddle shifters mounted to the column there, which they definitely have a really cool feel to them, that is for sure. Now here is the gauge cluster, full digital gauge cluster. Now I've seen some car reviewers say that this kind of feels dated at this point. I have to say that it doesn't. It still has a really cool look to it, and it changes with the drive modes, which also adds to the fun. It has this like retro video game appearance to it, and so I think this is actually going to age really well, just my personal opinion. But yeah, it definitely gets louder when you pop into that Corsa mode. Now this actually has what is similar to like Audi's kind of virtual cockpit system, and so the backup camera is actually in the center here, just like in the Audi R8, which is interesting, and it literally is an Audi backup camera. Now something that I want to mention is I love the look of the vents here in the car. Sorry about the lighting with that shot, but they look really cool. And then by the way, tons of leather here in the dash, and everything's really tight in this car, is something that I'm noticing. And then you guys can see the pillars here, and by the way, the look that you have, you feel like you're in kind of like a fighter jet with the overall cockpit view. It's definitely unique. And then down below we've got our controls for like the windows, and again, it's cool with the function there. Obviously it rolls down one touch, but yeah, it's just cool, the switch that you have. That's for the front end lift, which is very important because of how low this car is to the ground. And I like how they actually did it red for the hazard lights. That's cool. And then here's the infotainment system. So overall, it actually responds really well. This is something else that I've seen other like car review channels complain about when they review Huracans, but like as you can see, like I'm pressing the buttons and everything happens instantaneously, and it's really small, which I like because it doesn't, you know, basically detract from the rest of the interior elements. And speaking of interior elements, it's kind of hard to film this, but there's storage underneath like the infotainment system section because it's kind of floating, and also orange piping and stitching. Obviously you've got the cool little kind of like fighter jet stop start button, which is fun, and then your whole gear selection system. And you guys probably already know this, but to get this into drive, you just pull the plus paddle and that puts it into first gear. And I can't do this because I'm holding camera with one hand, but to put it into park, you basically put it in neutral by pulling both paddles, and then you do the parking brake. And of course, being a supercar, we don't have a center console. We have like this little armrest thing, basically. And then we have a net there in the back. But it's cool, you can see the engine there in the back, which is definitely fun. And then over here, we have our cup holder. I think this is like the most expensive cup holder in the car industry because I think Lambo charges like $1,000 or I can't remember what it is. It's a lot of money though. And then the glove box is actually surprisingly normal, and that's cool. That says Lamborghini there. That's definitely fun. Regular mirror. It would be cool if they did the camera mirror in this car. I think that would help out with the visibility. And then this is interesting with the top here. So I'll increase the light. Actually, I got to increase it a lot, I guess, because it's super bright outside. So you guys can kind of see the headliner here, but like notice how there's like a separation right there. I don't know if anyone's ever talked about this before, but it's interesting to see how it kind of like all looks like it's separate pieces at the top. Now, before doing this review, I did a little bit of researching on pricing, and it looks like these Evos, this one's pre-owned, it's got like 11,000 miles on it, are going for like mid 200s to $300,000 depending on mileage, equipment, all that kind of stuff. Again, I'm not a Lamborghini expert by any means, and so it looks like, depending on how many options the car has, all that kind of stuff, it's yeah, somewhere in that range, which is crazy because I think that's close to the MSRPs in some of the cars, and so these Huracans are holding their value amazingly well. So I will not be able to drive this particular Huracan, but I do want to quickly close this video off with my thoughts after finally being able to be up close and personal with a Huracan. This has actually been a dream car of mine since it was released back in like, what, 2014, 2015 range. And I can tell you that like sitting in this car, it definitely lives up to the like expectations that I had. I mean, just like looking at it on the outside, it looks really cool. And then the cockpit, you know, I've reviewed quite a few like, you know, expensive cars over the last few years. Like I recently reviewed the Maserati MC20. I've done a review on the C8 Z06, and this just has like a special feel to it. I kind of like, I finally understand with these modern Lamborghinis, like what people talk about with the feel that you get with the Lamborghinis. And again, the build quality on this is super impressive. Like I'm glad to say that because like that Urus review seriously worried me like quite a bit because I was like, man, is this what Lamborghini builds? But you know, with the Huracan, again, like I said, it seems like the build quality is way better, which I think is definitely a really important thing. So overall, really cool car, and you know, hopefully I'll be able to review another one of these in the future and actually be able to drive it and see if the driving experience lives up to my expectations. But let me know what you guys think about the Huracan. Again, a huge shout out and thank you to the Harley Davidson here in Linden, and I guess we'll close things off with an exhaust clip.